Hey, I am going to make focaccia. I am using up food, and so I don't have the mozzarella that I would like, but I do have the last bit of the pesto I made from the basil I grew last summer. I have some fire roasted red pepper and scarcely enough. Hark! That's the focaccia saying it. What's the oven saying the focaccia has risen enough? I made the dough and then I let it rise in the oven, and I set the oven at 130 degrees, and it has risen remarkably. And that's what it looks like after it's risen. I am poking holes in it, which is a focaccia thing. You want the olive oil to kind of ooze its way down there, and the holes facilitate that. So what I'm going to do, get some olive oil and give a sprinkle. And let that kind of swoosh around. Yeah, I need a little more on the edges. And then, just to give you a heads up, I'm going to attempt to turn this over. And then I'm going to put more olive oil on it. And the reason I'm doing that is also experience from last time, where it stuck to the pan pretty badly. So, oh, this is very sloppy, loose and limp, and I may not be able to turn this over, but I can get a little more oil on the sides to prevent the sticking. Yeah, that'll do. A little more in there. Olive oil is good for you. You know, I have not left my domicile here in, well, I went over to my nice neighbor ladies, but I have not gone into town in quite some time. Over 2 weeks now. And so that's why my food stores are getting a little, not necessarily low. I mean, I have enough beans and pasta to keep me going for probably a month or 2 months. But you need other things, and this is a good experience for preppers. You know, I would recommend doing a span of time where you just live on what you have and see how it works. So I'm considering now, right now, fresh garlic. All right, forgive my lack of preparedness, but I had this last minute thought that I could put fresh garlic on here instead of just using garlic powder. And the oven is now warm enough, it's telling me. The oven is preheating to 425. Yes, 425. And so, yeah, the garlic I had on hand, I'm glad I did this because it's starting to get a little funky. There was one that was blue mold, and that one went straight to the compost. All of them were sprouted, and I don't know if you can see little bits of green here. I just cut the sprouts up and throw them in there. So I got the garlic on there. Let's do a little. Actually, this is not much red pepper. So that's about all the pepper I have. I guess that's not too bad. I mean, make it look like a little more. And so now I no longer have peppers. I should have done the pesto first. Hindsight is always 420. That's funny. Freudian slip there. I have enough to make one more focaccia, which I think I'm going to leave this a little bit lean, like this, and have one more of these, because I love pesto, and this is the best pesto in Northeast Leinster. That's a fact. So we got the Parmesan. I checked, I have no more mozzarella left. That is a drag. But this will just have to do. I love the smell of basil. I don't know what it is, you know, it's one of those things that when I was a kid I never would have touched, and then something just happened. Alright, so this is going in the oven for about half an hour, and I'll give you a peek when it comes out. Oh, hot! Hot! Focaccia! Now, I am going to try and determine if this is cooked enough. And I will use a fork and poke it, and hard to tell. It's crusty at the bottom, kind of doughy in the middle, which I think it's going to be doughy in the middle no matter what I do. It's lovely, and it smells really good, and I'm really hungry. So I think I'm going to declare this done and eat the edges, and then when I warm up the rest for a meal in the future, it'll be done. So, this is my focaccia. I am way too hungry to discuss anything else. I'll see you next time.